A Chinese AI lab just shipped the largest open-weight model anyone has ever released. It's beating some of Anthropic and OpenAI's best models on coding benchmarks. It's called Kimi K3, and today I'm breaking down exactly what it can do, what it can't, and whether you should actually be using it. Kimi K3 comes from Moonshot AI, a Chinese startup that's been quietly climbing the model rankings all year. This is their most capable release yet. It went live on July 16, 2026, through Kimi's apps and API. The full open weights are scheduled to drop by July 27th, so the whole model, not just access to it, is about to become public. So what actually is this thing? K3 is a mixture of experts model, which means instead of one giant network handling every request, it's built from many smaller specialized networks that activate only the ones relevant to your task. In total, it has 2.8 trillion parameters. To put that in perspective, that's the largest parameter count of any model that's ever had its weights released to the public. It's also natively multimodal, meaning it can look at an image, not just text, and answer questions about what it sees, describe it, or reason about it. And it holds a 1 million token context window. That's enough to feed it an entire code base or a stack of long documents, and have it keep track of all of it at once. Here's a smaller detail that actually matters a lot day to day. K3 ships with reasoning on by default. Moonshot calls it thinking mode. The previous K2 series needed a separate reasoning variant if you wanted that. Now it's just built in. Okay, specs are one thing. What actually matters is how it performs. Let's get into the benchmarks. On one public leaderboard tracking 200 different models, K3 ranks 4th, with an overall score of 80.96 out of 100. On Artificial Analysis's Intelligence Index, which weighs a different mix of tests, it scores 57, also good for 4th place, this time out of 189 models. 4th place overall undersells it though, because on coding and agentic tasks specifically, K3 beat both Claude's Opus 4.8 and OpenAI's GPT 5.5, two models that sit just one tier below the current frontier leaders. It also leads Arena's code web dev leaderboard outright, and on the front-end code Arena benchmark specifically, it beat Claude Fable 5, which is currently one of the 2 strongest models in the world. But let's be honest about the ceiling. Across overall performance, K3 still trails both Claude Fable 5 and OpenAI's GPT 5.6 Sol. It's not the smartest model on the planet. It's the smartest one you can eventually download and run yourself. That distinction is worth sitting with for a second, because there's an important asterisk on all of these leaderboard numbers. Multiple outlets covering this release made the same point. Benchmark leaderboards have real limits. A model can top one specific test and still lose badly on a task that test never measured. Treat these numbers as a signal, not a verdict. Now let's talk price, because this is where K3 gets interesting. K3 costs $3 per million input tokens and $15 per million output tokens. That puts in the same price bracket as Anthropic's Claude Sonnet series. It's also the most expensive model any Chinese AI lab has released to date. Moonshot isn't trying to win on being the cheapest option anymore. They're pricing this like a genuine mid-tier frontier model because the benchmarks say it earns that. Now, the part that actually makes this a bigger story than just another model release, the open weights. Nothing this large has ever had its full weights made public before. Once the July 27th release happens, anyone with enough hardware can download K3, run it themselves, fine-tune it, or build products directly on top of it with no API fees at all. That's the real headline here. This isn't just China catching up to the US labs on quality. It's China releasing that quality in a form nobody else at this scale has been willing to give away. It's also part of a bigger pattern. Chinese labs have been working around US compute export limits by squeezing more capability out of the hardware they can access. And K3 is the clearest proof yet that the strategy is working. One more spec worth knowing if you're actually going to use this. K3 ships with multiple reasoning effort tiers, standard and high, so you can dial how hard it thinks depending on whether you need a fast answer or a deep one. In practice, Moonshot says K3 is strongest at exactly the kind of work agentic coding tools need: navigating large repositories, using tools mid-task, debugging, and iterating against real feedback like logs, screenshots, and failing tests. So who should actually care about this? Let's make it concrete. If you're already running open-weight models like GLM 5.2 or DeepSeek for coding, K3 is the new ceiling in that category, and it's worth a serious look the moment the weights land. If you're cost-conscious and running high-volume agentic workloads, the combination of sonnet-level pricing with frontier-adjacent coding scores makes K3 genuinely worth benchmarking against whatever you're using right now. But if you need the single smartest model available today, regardless of cost or openness, K3 still isn't it. That's Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Sol, at least for now. And one practical caveat. As of this recording, the full open weights aren't public yet. You can use K3 today through Kimi's app and API, but if you're planning to self-host, that clock is still ticking toward July 27th. Zoom out, and here's the bigger picture. The gap between the top US labs and the best Chinese open models keeps shrinking, and it's shrinking on quality, not just cost. That changes the calculus for anyone deciding whether open-weight models belong in a serious production stack. So to recap, Kimi K3 is a 2.8 trillion parameter mixture of experts model from Moonshot AI, natively multimodal, 1 million token context, reasoning on by default. It ranks 4th overall on multiple leaderboards, but beats Opus 4.8, GPT 5.5, and even Fable 5 on specific coding benchmarks. It's priced like Claude Sonnet, and full open weights land July 27th, making it the largest open weight model ever released. If you've actually tested Kimi K3 yourself, I want to know, did it hold up against Claude or GPT on your real workload, or did the benchmarks oversell it? Drop it in the comments. And if this saved you from missing the biggest open weight release of the year, subscribe. I break down exactly how to use tools like this every week.